So what we have here is our dewatering system, right? We have the large basin, and you can see that white screen or that white pipe that's sticking out of under that black tarp. Below that, what you can't see below the water is a special screen made for fish to prevent any fish, even though there's no fish left in the system, from being able to get into it and get sucked into the pumps. So that green hose is sucking in from that pipe and from that screen system, running to the red pump. So that's the intake for the pump. Then you see the black hose coming out of the pump, which connects to that one pipe. And that pipe is what actually feeds the dewatering treatment system. You can see the dewatering treatment system behind the fence with the red Baker tanks. From the treatment system, we have a pipe that will go to the ocean, and then we have a second pipe that returns back to here. The water going in through the pump and to the first pipe goes to the treatment system, gets treated, comes back out this second pipe, and is recirculating back into the dewatering basin. And it's 48-hour testing period to make sure the treatment system's working perfectly and functioning exactly how it's supposed to before we do any discharge to the ocean. And what we're doing is taking samples of both water that's before it goes into the treatment system and then after it comes into the treatment system to make sure it meets all the requirements for our water quality permits. And so the things we're going to be testing for today are chlorine, free chlorine or residual chlorine, turbidity, which is water clarity, pH, temperature, dissolved oxygen, salinity. So Noah's testing the dissolved oxygen. This is a dissolved oxygen meter. Just making sure that the oxygen levels are appropriate prior to discharge, one of our requirements. And right now, we're reading at about 8.46 milligrams per liter, and the water temperature is 76.6. So Noah's right now taking a sample. You can see that's our sampling port connected to the incoming pipe that goes straight to the treatment system before it's treated. We use this sample to test for turbidity, which is water clarity, and also for residual chlorine, and we do it both on the incoming pipe and the outgoing pipe. .15, 0.17, 0.14. So residual chlorine is 0.15, 0.17, 0.14. By the way, the limit that we're allowed to discharge at is 0.1. So even the background levels of the lagoon here, presumably coming from chlorinated water, either through the imported water, maybe through leaching septic systems or laundry detergent or bleach, or maybe there's some leaking swimming pools here in the colony that are leaching in through the groundwater. But either way, I would not be allowed to discharge our treated water at these levels. Noah's testing the turbidity, which tests how clear the water is. And you can see this water has a little bit of turbidity and it's not so clear. You look at these two together, leave that one there. You can see the difference in clarity by just looking at them. This one here has not been treated, it's straight out of the lagoon. This one here has gone through our treatment system. So this is the residual chlorine test. This time we're doing it on the water that's been through the treatment system. 0.06. It's less than, my highest one is less than half of what it is normally in the background level. What's our turbidity? So remember, our turbidity was up around 10 NTU previously, before treatment. 0.97. It's 10 times cleaner, the water after treatment, than it was before treatment. So this is Roberto. He works for Associated Laboratories. They're the ones that come out and do all our chemical tests that need to go through laboratory analysis. I think Associated Labs is located in Orange.
Yeah, Orange County.
And can you just tell us which test you're doing? So you're testing both the water that goes through the treatment system after it's treated and the water that comes before it gets treated.
Yeah.
And what tests are we testing?
We're testing for total suspended solids, turbidity, temperature, pH, BOD, oil and grease, sulfides, phenols, total residual chlorine, and MBAS, dissolved solid, dissolved what is this?
Oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah, and
Salinity.
salinity. Yeah. Total coliform, fecal coliform. What do you call this? Enterococcus. Enterococcus. Yeah.
And
for this one
copper.
here, and copper. Yeah.
Okay.
Already.
And so you're
And this is the same thing. The other one.
And this is for, so you're doing it for both the after it's treated and before it's treated, and then you take them back to the lab and they do all the analyses in the lab in Orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right.